because sometimes you'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And this is incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up a throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Phillips coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Don't forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On 2nd down, here's Taylor. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall at the 24-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. This is taken around the 12. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Pats on third. 59 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
I absolutely love that play call there. They just came off of a big play. They've got momentum in their direction, and they come back and take the shot at the end zone. Just unable to complete it, but I love their aggressiveness.
And you feel like the defense, a sigh of relief, could have been back-to-back really big plays.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Let's go. Green 19. No. Patriot. Green 39. Gone.
Looking to throw. 1:57 to go in this first half. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Back to Foxborough after this. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will have the highlights and analysis of this first half from our studios in Orlando.
And I have a fairly solid idea about which team will be featured prominently in those highlights.
Might be a little biased. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on fourth.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right. Except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
10 yards still left on second down.
Watch 32, watch 32.
Throwing again. Taylor out left to Shaheen. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Taylor now on third down. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now a handoff looking right. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
What we're seeing from the defense here is a group of guys bearing down, trying to help out their quarterback after he threw an interception. Good stops on the first 2 downs. It brings up a key third down.
Now they try the right side here. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A great play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty... decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
If he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Now, before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on second down, Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Play action, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On third down, Drake. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
All right, here we go. 3, over.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Fresh set of downs here.
Leopard. All right, here we go. 3,
They'll look to throw here. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered defensively. A disaster. There.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Green, 39. Over.
He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it.
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go. No. Check. The trick. Good. Let's go. Over.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going up top. This is caught inside the 15. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're going to look to throw. Unable to corral him. He fights through. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That goes for a gain of 31. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Hurry up. Here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
You had fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone. Let them
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Taylor looking to throw on second down. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad!
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room. And all eyes now on the backup quarterback is Hill Duck under center. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. The swing pass caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Come on, let's go. What's nothing?
On the give, this is Drake. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Third and long, it's Taylor. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear by the time we have to leave the booth.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. Now there's also a flag to go with it.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Looking to throw on second down. Hanson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there. but unsuccessful. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more. They'll try and throw for it here. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, it's Taylor. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's go!
Now Taylor to throw. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Come on, let's go! Brand 38!
Taylor will throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Here's Taylor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Taylor to throw on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins gain a bit of respectability. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Here we go. What?
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Despite being 0 for 4 converting these so far, I guess they're going to say 5th time's the charm. They're going again on 4th down. From the gun, Hansen. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is going to be incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, "Where was that all game?" Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for. I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. To throw is Taylor. To throw on 2nd down. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Taylor throwing on 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Second down following the run.
They'll run now with Ware. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw. Hansen.
He's going to look deep down the... And got his man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Offense.
And that'll set them back 5. From the gun, it's Taylor. It's caught. Stills, right side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Only 2 yards on the completion. It's second down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in the bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Ohio!
They go play action now. Taylor. And almost intercepted. That would have been his 3rd pick in this game alone. Instead, 4th down.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This is taken at the 15.
Nice little juke.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And now out come the Patriots. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right, and sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Let's go. 1-0. Ohio. Ohio. Here we go. Flex round.
Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Ohio. Ohio.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
The
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
it. In that case, run it up.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And this looks to probably be the final play.
Here we go. 1-0.
One last shot for Taylor. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Taylor. They find some open field here. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.